Day 16 on the 40 Days of Forgiveness is all about toxic positivity and affirmations to let go of that toxic positivity. We don't want that toxic positivity. Here's what I have in the book, 40 Days of Forgiveness. There is a time to be positive and a time to feel crappy. Being positive in times when it's time to feel crappy is toxic positivity. Another form of toxic positivity is assuming that negativity makes negative things happen to you and positivity makes you positive things happen to you. No. Just no. Actually, that's what happened. No, just no. Because challenging things will happen that are totally and completely out of your control. These statements will help you let go of the toxic positivity to breed authenticity and more healthy relationships. So the old story is, I can only be happy and loved if I'm positive all the time. The new story is, I'm safe feeling my real feelings when they are felt. Breathe after each statement, if you can. I forgive myself for believing if I'm not positive, bad things will happen to me. I forgive myself for believing being negative is wrong. I forgive myself for believing I deserve bad things to happen to me if I'm not positive all the time. I forgive myself for believing good things only happen to positive people and bad things only happen to negative people. I forgive myself for believing I have to feel positive every time something bad happens. I forgive myself for denying my real feelings and invalidating myself to be toxically positive. I forgive my friends when they invalidate my feelings in a crappy situation. I forgive myself for believing I have to pretend to feel okay when it's not okay. I forgive others for hurting my feelings when they are toxically positive and invalidating. I give others permission to forgive me when I am toxically positive and invalidating. I love and accept myself even when I'm afraid the unpleasant feelings are too overwhelming. I love and accept myself even when I'm afraid it won't be good to feel my feelings. I love and accept myself even when I'm afraid I have to be positive for all the people around me. I give myself permission to feel worthy, calm, and content, feeling whatever it is I feel. I give myself permission to feel all the sadness and grief before I move on to the bright side. I give myself permission to feel safe, secure, and confident not being positive. I give myself permission to let go of any toxic positivity that exists in my life. I give myself permission to feel free, authentic, and real with my feelings. I give myself permission to feel worthy of support when things are hard and when things are good. Without this pattern of toxic positivity, I am free to feel the sadness and grief without judgment of myself. Without this pattern of toxic positivity, I am free to love myself more and love others more with their feelings. Without this pattern of toxic positivity, I am free to feel through my feelings instead of pretending. Without this toxic positivity, I am free to feel confident in my ability to get through a tough thing. Without this toxic positivity, I am free to validate the feelings of the people that I love. I give myself permission to accept that I'm safe feeling my real feelings when they are felt. So here are my questions. What is an example of toxic positivity in your life? How can you validate your own feelings without being toxically... I have toxically. I think I misspelled toxically. Toxically positive. Where do you need to feel the real feelings in your life? Which statements were the most difficult and why? Which statements resonated the most and why? So this one, I kind of have this post sadness and depression, I think, because I don't want people to think that you have to just feel good all the time. Um, there is a place to feel bad and there's a place to feel good, but you can also kind of hold those feelings at the same time. Or I hope we can. We're not just 100% positive and 100% negative. But what really resonated with me thinking about toxic positivity, and one of the things I want to just what's the word? I want to get out of your brain, exercise out of people's minds, is this idea that negative makes negative happen and positive makes positive happen. No, 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 no. That is not a great belief, because then we start to see every person who bad things happen to you to as like a bad person. No, we don't want that. Or all the good things that happen to good people, that means they're good people. Or that means they're good people. Instead, it's like, no, bad, challenging, hard things can happen, and it has nothing to do with your brain. I mean, and what you're thinking. Just like, get it out. What's more important is that your brain is able to cope with the hard things, is able to get through the hard things, because they're gonna happen. They're gonna happen, and you don't have to pretend like everything is hunky-dory or that it was all your fault because you just weren't positive enough to get through it. No. So, get it out of your brain. Tell all of your friends that that's not how the world works. Also, I mean, how sort of narcissistic is that for you to think, like, genuinely, that your thoughts are really going to make that big of a difference? Like, I mean, okay, I don't want to underplay it, but also you don't want to overplay it either, right? Like, of course your thoughts and feelings can make a difference, but also, like, what about everybody else in the entire world, in the entire universe, everything, you know? There's just more to it than just you and your brain. And, like, to kind of be more humble about that is good. It's okay. It's okay. Sorry, I got on a high horse there for a second. So, have a good one. See you tomorrow.